Hello guys, Nitin here and welcome you all in the Civil Struct Design YouTube channel. And today we are going to design industrial warehouse part 2. So in the previous video you have seen we have modeled this warehouse. You can see in the rendered view. So we forgot to assign these Perlin's properties. So first we will assign the Perlin properties. Then after that we will go through the further video. Okay, so go to the section database. So in the section database you will see the different countries section database for the member sizes, like for the H sections, for the channel sections, for the bracings. Okay, so we will go through the Indian sections properties and Indian section database. Okay, so it is taking a little bit of time, so it has been come in front of your screen. So we will go for the pipe section for the purlins. So I select 761L. Okay, so go to the select and missing attributes, missing properties. You will see all the purlins have been selected. Go to the assign to selected beams. Yes, you can see in the rendered view all the properties has been assigned successfully. So we will give the releases to these uh, purlins. And so go to the specifications, beams. First we will give the tension properties to the tension to the bracings. So add select all the bracings because it will take only tension. So select all the bracings, and after that go to the selected beams, so assigned properly. So now we will release the purlins. So we have to release in the my direction because it will not take any load in the my direction. So at the location is start at, so select all the purlins. So go to the front view first and select all the uppermost part and go to the new view. Okay, so after that you can select easily. So in this you can select all the purlins properly. Okay, so yeah, right, like this. And start in the end again my add assign to selected assign. So go to the whole structures, and now we will provide the load case details. And the dead load, we will give the dead load details, live load, and the wind load. So load case details add, and first give the dead load DL. So I give the title name is DL. So the live load, so give the title is LL. Okay, for the wind load WL1. So we will give the title after providing dead load and the live load. So for the wind load we will give after that. Okay, so go to the add and give the factor is 1.1 for the self weight of the structure. So assign to view, assign successfully. And I have written the data, load data in the Word, so you can see the load case details for we will assign over there. So first is the dead load, the dead load of the purlins and the roof mats. So here is the 0.15 kilonewton per meter square. So 0.15 into 6, we have to convert in the kilonewton per meter. So 0.15 is the 66 is the base spacing, so 0.90. So we give the data here is member load minus 0.90 in the global wide direction, add, and the live load case details are here. So go to the word file, and the live load is 0.75 kilonewton per meter square. So we have to convert in the kilonewton per meter. So 0.75 into 6, 4.5 as per IS 875 part 2. Okay, 4.5 kilonewton per meter. So go to the member load minus 4.5 and then go in the global y direction, add, and first select all the rafters. For this we have to go to the front view, select new view, and select all the rafters. So you can select like this. Okay, so, and assign to selected means assigned. So again we have to go to the live load case details, assign to selected, assigned successfully, and whole structure. So we will give the load case detail for the wind load. Okay, so now we will calculate the wind load with the help of the Excel sheet. So I will show you after this. Wind load in the 1, wind load 2, wind load 3, 4, 5, 6. So first we will add our model data in the Excel sheet. So the length is 30 meter and the width is 20 meter and the height of the structure is 6 meter. So slope, as you have seen in the previous video, we have given the slope is 1:10. So basic wind speed is 47 meter per second. Okay, so 10 category which comes our structure in the 10 category 2. So base spacing is 6 meter and the end spacing and base spacing is also 6 meter. So the K1 value, there is coefficient value is the one general building as per table number 1 of IS 875 part 3. You can see in IS 875 part 3 table number 1, you will see over there the table K1 is the 1. So it's a K2 is the terrain category. Okay, terrain category 2 as table number 2. As per table number 2, close 6.3.2.1. So you will see over there, first you have to go through the IS 875 part 3. So K3 is the uh, topography factor. So it's upwind slope is less than 3 degree. We take the value is 1. So K4 our building is in the non-cyclonic region. So we have to ignore this K4 value. So you can after that it will automatically calculate the wind load data. Okay. So this is our A side and this is B and C and D and E. This part is E and F, G, H. Okay. So here is the automatically calculated the data. So this is CP is the external pressure coefficient, internal pressure coefficient. So we have to apply it is in the internal pressure coefficient for the positive and the negative direction. Okay, so first I will add the load case detail in the first in front of you. So all these you have to add on your own. So I will give you the Excel sheet. You can contact me. I will provide you the WhatsApp number and the email ID. So you can contact me through that. Okay. So I will provide the all in this Excel sheet over there. So first we will take the data is 2.91, so at the A direction. So I go to the STAD or STAD model and the select first save the model and go to the wind load at 1. So go to the member load in the X direction. So that was the 0.61, I think 0.61, 2 sorry 2.91, sorry, I wrote here 2.61. Okay, so 2.91 at the global x direction. Okay, so add and select. First go through the front view and select this, assign to selected means yes, you can see. So now we will add the data for the EF, GH, B, C and D. So for the EF is 6.63 minus 6.63. So go to the stat pro model and add. For the roof we have to change the sign. Okay, so go to the member load properties 6.63 in the global y direction. Okay, because it's coming on the upper side. So use cursor to assign. I will use cursor to assign in this direction also. So in the next load case detail, GF is the minus 3.49. So add minus 3.49. So we have to change the sign. So that is the 3.49 in the global y direction. Add, use cursor to assign. So okay, so in the B direction, so C and D we will apply when we use the gable column. So C and D we will use when we have the column over here and the here and the here. Okay. So that is called the gable column. So we call it wind column also. So in the direction B we have the data over here 2.63. So we will use 2.60. Go to the stat model. Add minus 2.63. I think so 2.63. 2.62 minus 2.62. Okay, so member load minus 2.62 in the GX global X direction. Okay, so go to the front and select all the columns, assign to selected, assign. Okay, so we have assigned the wind load 1 to our structures. So for the load case 2 we have to change the CPI the minus 2. So in the next video you have to provide this data on your own. Okay, so I will provide you the I will provide this Excel sheet so you can calculate easily. Okay, so you can contact me. I will give my WhatsApp number and my email ID in the description box below, so you can contact me anytime. So I will reply you quickly, so you can contact me anytime. So I will provide you this Excel sheet. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please press the bell icon also for the upcoming updates. Okay, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to share this video to your colleagues, your college mates. So thanks for watching.